Okay, we are recording. Hey, everybody, happy Wednesday night. It is time for our weekly Hustle and Heart call. And if you have been, today is, what's the day? Wednesday, March 13th. And if you have been on social media today, it is bonkers. Like, no one's able to post, no one's able to get anything to load. I've had trouble getting into my messenger. I can't view anything in groups. None of my comments are posting. So I know a lot of people are having issues with team calls tonight. So I'm glad we record, and hopefully you can catch the recording because this week we're talking about like plans going forward and how I plan my months for success and set them up ahead of time. So I'm just going to be walking you through a little bit about how I do that, and then also showing you just like a little at a glance calendar for the rest of March, April, and May. And of course, things can change. We can reinvent the wheel, things come up, but I really tried to write everything down and also give you things that you can watch for in your business, like trends and things I've noticed after coaching for 4.5 years. So I'm going to share my screen. And before we do that, we have some recognition for this week. Screen share good? Okay. All right, just a couple dates to remember. Next week is Shakeology's 10th birthday, so that will be something you'll want to hit up on your social media. And obviously, Ultimate Portion Fix launching for customers on Monday. Today, we'd like to welcome a new coach into our team, Ann Williamson, signed up today as a coach with the Ultimate Portion Fix Challenge Pack with the add-on of Beachbody On Demand. So welcome to the crew, Ann. And then every week, like always, we want to recognize everyone who moved their business and their own personal journey forward last week. So this is for the week ending March 6th. We always recognize a week behind because the end of our Beachbody week is on Wednesday evening. So we recognize for last week's efforts because we can still be bringing volume in until, what is it? 10:59 Central Standard Time, right, Tyler? Okay. All right. So this week, our top person on the leaderboard was Jen Rutledge. And then I see lots of other names up there and lots of people who are just helping themselves, which is where we always have to start as coaches. So this is has been our fullest leaderboard to date. So way to go, everyone whose name is up there. And you guys, some of you, I'm noticing you're up here, not just today, but every week in and week out. So congratulations to you guys. Success Club here about halfway through the month. Shelby, new coach Shelby, has already hit Success Club 5. She's helped 3 people get started already this month. And I am at 2. So just already 2 of us, we've changed 4 lives, and we just need to keep building on that. And we're able to do so much more when we go at it together. So congratulations to Shelby. And then this is super exciting to me. Look at all of those faces, you guys. Here's all the coaches from our teams that have committed to getting Ultimate Portion Fix certified. I got all of my stuff yesterday and started diving into it today while I sat there and observed a student teacher all day because that's what I did when I subbed today. So I was able to start diving into it. But I'm so proud of everyone on here who is not just taking their own nutrition into account, but they're getting the knowledge to help their clients and coaches be even more successful. So I would love to even see more faces up on this board as well. So congratulations to Kelsey and Shannon and Megan, Katie, Sarah, Dina, and Terry. Great job, ladies. All right. We're going to go ahead and get into the meat of the call. And then from here on out, you guys, we'd really like to hear from you and how we can best as team leaders bring you guys value to help you in your business and help you to be a better coach. If there's certain guest speakers you're interested in, if there's certain topics, we're happy to plan everything, but we would just kind of like to know where to go from here. So I thought with all of these exciting things coming up, and there's so much on our plates, it would be good to start tonight with talking about what's coming up and how to plan your month for success. So just a couple tips on here to start with. I really have always liked planning my free communities at the beginning of the month, because that gave me the whole month to form those relationships with people and to get them to committed to a paid challenge group or a fit community with a challenge pack later on in the month. And so that's kind of always been how I've operated as a coach, was running my free group the first week of the month, and my paid group would always start the third week of the month. Now that's a little different now, because now I have an ongoing group I plug my people into, but that's the general flow that has worked for me. And then it's always kind of nice to know that you have reached your Success Club goal by the middle of the month, because then there isn't that like last minute stress and pressure. You can focus on other parts of your business. You can really help your people get started. If you're developing a team, you can work on getting those new coaches. And there's how many times I've waited until the last minute to hit Success Club when I can do it in a day, but it took me all month to do it. So how intentional was I really being? All right, so I am a planner. You guys all know that. I have my trusty planner that Sarah and I actually designed right here. And the pages I am going to be showing you are from my planner, but starting in May, I will be using a different planner. But the funny thing is, the coach who created the planner I will be using, many of the components are very similar to what I created. I'm just missing some key pieces I see now, and what I have is super clunky. So I've always been a planner, but the longer I've coached and the more launches Beachbody is coming up with, I see I need to be organized, I need to be planned, I need to have something in place. So I am intentional with my planning, but I'm also flexible. I know I might have to move things around. I'm already thinking, do I need to move around my free April group because we'll just be getting home from the cruise? And I also plan so I'm more intentional, and I plan so I can share with all of you, whether we're working side by side, whether you're in my downline. I don't want anyone to recreate the wheel like a lot of times I took on. I want to share everything with you. So that means sometimes I need to be like 1 or 2 steps ahead, and that's okay. But being intentional with my planning helps me be able to do that with and for you guys. So the first thing I do when I sit down to make a plan, and this is a page from my planner, is I actually plan the year. And so this could just be done on a sheet of paper, but it just has the 12 months of the year. And I think about, what obstacles am I going to have this year? When am I going on vacation? What holidays pop up here and there? What Beachbody events are there? What product launches are coming out? And then just maybe what kind of groups am I going to want to run each month? What are my goals for this year? Because I'm going to need to align my plan to my goals. So that's the first thing I do. The next thing I do is I think of my goals, and I plan my year out with my goals in mind. What are they yearly? What are they monthly? What are they weekly? And honestly, do I have the time to devote to my goals? It's no secret that I have big goals, but there are also seasons of my life when I know I'm not able to devote as much time to my business. And I know one of those times for me is summer. In the summer, do I still work my business? Absolutely. But we move to the lake and we live out of our camper. It just makes things a little bit more difficult. So I have to adjust, but I know I can't go like full force. That week we're moving up, that week we're moving back home. And so I just have to plan accordingly. So it's important to keep your goals in mind when you're making those plans. If you're thinking of rank advancing, I have this huge goal of our team being an elite team. I would need to have the qualification deadlines in my planner. What would we do during those times to push for that goal of being an elite team? So it's important to keep those in mind. And then you can sit down monthly. And so here's the spread in my planner of my month at a glance. And that is when I kind of think about, what's my theme for this month? What am I going to be talking about in my fit communities? What's my free group going to be about? What kind of posts am I going to make? Maybe what launches are coming out? And I try to make that all the same. So I'm not having to make content in 4 different places in different ways. For example, I can think of last year, January of 2018, my theme for the month was how to slay the new year. So in my free group, I gave them a sneak peek into some tips on how to do that. In my Facebook post every day, I was providing just one value-added post on a new year tip. And then my 3-week community for my paid challengers was on that same stuff. So sometimes I was just repurposing the content in different areas. It was making my life easier, and also people were seeing and hearing those same themes in different places, and people need to see things so many times in order for it to sink in, and so little of what we actually share on social media is getting seen. It's totally even okay to repurpose content from week to week and month to month. So that's how I set up my month at a glance. I just look at every month and I think, when am I going to run at least one free community? When am I going to start my challenge group? And I try to always look for the first full week of the month to be my free community. Then from there, I plan out what groups am I running this month. Free group and a paid group. What's my theme? And I keep track of who's interested, and I have a list in my planner. You could use a list in your notebook, but I love going back to it. I can use that list to input the names into my streak. I can follow up with those people. I highlight when they've committed because then that's what I use every week when I do my client check-ins. I have everyone all in one place. I also have my groups at a glance. So when I'm planning ahead, I always have something I can invite to. So there's never these lulls in my business. So I'm never going to social media and staring at my phone and being like, what am I going to post about today? What can I invite to today? Who can I send invitations to today to join me? I already have a plan of who I want to invite because of the kind of communities I am planning. And then I sit down with my weekly spread. And here is a weekly spread. And I do this every Sunday. I did not do it last Sunday because I was sick. So I did it Monday. But once a week, I sit down and I first time block my day and I put in my journey. I put in when I'm doing my personal development and my Miracle Morning, when I'm doing my workouts, I make my meal plan. Then for me, because I'm a mom, I put in my family activities next. Where is going to take time this week? Who has this meeting this week? Who has this activity or that activity? And then from there, I put in my business building hours. When am I doing and I call it my hustle for joy, and I flat out write that in my planner. I write hustle for joy, and then I write 1, 2, 3. So for me, my hustle for joy is from 1 to about 4 o'clock. That's when I work my business on days I do not sub. On days I sub, it's a little bit different. I have to squish it in during my prep period or do it in the evening. But during those hours of from 1 to 3, I write 1, 2, 3 for the top 3 things I'm going to get in during my hustling for joy time. So the other day it said 1 power hour, 2 taxes, 3 prepare for team call. And I feel so accomplished when I just get 3 things done. But if I make a big long list of 10 things to get done, and I'm never going to get to those 10 things, but I can get to 3 things, I feel super productive at the end of the day. Even if I've gotten to 2 out of 3, I'm like, heck yeah, I got 2 out of 3 things done today. And then from there, I can go on to plan my content creation. What am I going to share about today? And I will admit, I have been slacking on that, and it has been showing on my social media. And I think part of it is I'm just kind of frustrated with how my posts aren't getting seen, you know, the algorithm, blah, blah, blah. I could whine about it all day. But what I really need to do is I need to go back to being intentional on Sunday, taking a little extra time and planning my, do I plan every post? Absolutely not. But planning that one value added post for the day, I need to do that. And I'm going to show you how I used to do it, how I kind of dabbled with it here in the new year, but I need to get back to it this week. And I don't know if some of you guys saw this in the team page, but I did post a sample 21 days of post on this new Ultimate Portion Fix. You guys, I posted that to share with you, and I wasn't a very good leader by leading by example, because I will admit I have probably done, gosh, maybe about 3 or 4 of those posts, and I meant to do them starting March 1st every day. Today's the 13th. So I kind of failed, but it's not the end of March yet. I'm just going to pick up, and Sunday, I'm going to sit down and I'm going to plan those posts. And I've been doing this long enough. I plan my posts in my notes on my phone. So when I go to repost something about, let's say tomorrow's post is drinking water. That was today's. I can just type in like the search bar of my notes, water, and I will get all the posts I've ever typed up about water. I'm sure there's better ways to do it, but honestly, I'm a mom on the go and my phone is always with me. So even if I don't have my computer with me, I have that and I can copy and paste and tweak a post for my mood that day. And today I realized, hey, it's Wednesday. 1, Water Wednesday. It's what we focus on our fit communities. 2, I haven't been drinking my water. That means other people haven't been drinking their water. That's what I'm going to post about. And so I just searched in my phone water, was able to find something. I tweaked it to fit me today. But just being intentional with that content creation. And this was the form I used to use to plan my social media. I now use something different. I wanted to put that graphic in here, but I wasn't able to access the group where the graphic was. Gotta love technology. So I can post that at a later date. It's just a little bit updated, but basically it just is very similar to this. It just gives you a place for dates and it's a little more organized. So if my focus and theme this week is how the Ultimate Portion Fix is sustainable, I would write that at the top as my focus or theme. UPF, sustainability. And then I would talk about how the nutrition is sustainable because it's 80-20. And then maybe I would talk about it's sustainable because you get to eat all the food groups. You don't have to cut carbs. And then here, it's spring break this week. We might go on a family outing. I'm going to post how it's sustainable, about how I can even follow it when we're out at the Class B tournament. Maybe I can share how, yep, I can still go on date night with my husband. Here I can share how the containers are sustainable because I've learned what they mean. I don't actually drag these containers around. And that's my focus for the week. So what people are seeing every day, gosh, this is sustainable. Maybe this is something I could do. That's how I plan out my social media. And then working from that list, our Success Club system tracker every week to keep you focused so that the time that you spent planning, you're keeping track of who you're working with, who you're talking to, and what you're inviting them to. And that's what the back side of this is for. Okay, so I've talked a lot about planning and how I do it, and I created the planner with Sarah. We teamed up with a business owner from Bismarck. And I don't know if you can see this, but this planner here is like 5 months. It's bulky. But I have 1 month left to use, so I'm going to, Financial Peace University. I don't want to waste anything. But I have read lots of reviews. My girl Melanie Mitro, tons of other podcasts I've listened to. They are using this Rise Up planner by one of the top 10 coaches, Moira Kusaba. And I've heard amazing things about it. I know Dina is using it. It's inexpensive. It's way cheaper than what I'm using. And the part I like about it is it has a place for you to plan and be intentional with your vision every day. So it's available on Amazon. This is what I will be utilizing come May. But I also liked it because when I heard her talk about it on Melanie Mitro's Women Inspiring Women podcast, a lot of the things she was saying, I'm like, oh, I have that in my planner. Like, I missed the boat on creating this planner and putting it on Amazon. But I'm glad that she did. So if you want to take a look into it, this is what I will be using for my business planner come May. So let's take a look at how this works out into like a real 3-month span. So here's March, and I realize like we're midway through the month. That's okay. So I have the national wake up calls on there. I have team calls on there. Also, I've put in free communities during the first week. We've also all kind of decided that this You Can Sit With Us group is a great sneak peek into a fit community. So I added that into the second full week of the month. And then what I would normally do is start that challenge group or fit community for my paid clients the third week of the month, which would be the 18th. And I did get a message today from Kelsey asking, is our challenge group this month the Ultimate Portion Fix? For me, it is, because I currently have an ongoing challenge group going on, a Transform 20 challenge group, and then we'll be starting Ultimate Portion Fix with a group come Monday. But that's just me. And any of these things, you guys, you are welcome to invite to help run, to send your people to. We're just all one team and one community. So how this will work for Ultimate Portion Fix is Ultimate Portion Fix has 2 prep weeks. So week 1 will start on the 18th. Prep week 2 will start on the 25th. The reason for that is the live stream of the 21-day fix workouts start in April. So actually the Ultimate Portion Fix challenge group, the posting guide that Beachbody set out, is set for 6 weeks. It's set for 2 prep weeks and 4 full weeks as a wellness community. But then I know people who are buying the Ultimate Portion Fix are jumping in with 21-day fix live stream April 1st and 21-day fix extreme live stream on April 29th. So for me, I really envision the Ultimate Portion Fix group going through mid-May. That's just how I'm doing it. Even if people aren't doing the Ultimate Portion or the 21-day fix live stream and 21-day fix extreme live stream, they can still check into the group, be getting the tips and tricks, logging their Shakeology and workouts, or keeping up with their Ultimate Portion Fix. I mean, that doesn't matter. And then some things to watch for. So I took this calendar from one that corporate set out, and then I added kind of my own flair to it with things I've noticed. So some things to watch for is some people will be going on spring break. So there's that distraction when people are traveling and out of the country, or, indulging in more food and drinks. I will be gone on the Success Club trip, the 23rd through the 30th. I will still be available. It's just going to be like trickier with Wi-Fi on the ship and such. But every time there's a Success Club trip or a summit, we like to run a coach sneak peek around that. And I've been talking to Dina about when to run that, but we have not picked a date. So you can look for that. But what it is just a place you would put your coaching prospects. And then I would be sharing about the Success Club trip and showing like how I earned it. And we usually call it like travel edition or something. And then your prospects can see like the possibility that this opportunity has. And so then I also have a list of things you can invite to this month. Obviously the Ultimate Portion Fix launch, and then that coach sneak peek with the date to be determined. Okay, then looking at April. Again, I have those same things on there. National Wake Up Call on Mondays, Team Call on Wednesdays. Beachbody has a super weekend 4 times a year. So the quarterly super weekend is April 12th through the 14th. If you guys are even somewhat local, I'm hosting in Minot on Saturday from noon to 3. If you're coming in from out of town, I have places for you here. We usually, we're thinking of getting together Friday and doing like dinner and drinks or something. We oftentimes go out after Super Saturday on Saturday. If you are even slightly interested in our local, please hit me up and I would love to have you at our Super Saturday. If you are not local, check the back office and find a Super Saturday near you or host one of your own. It can literally be a few of your friends and coaches in your living room. And what corporate will do is send you a video. You can work out, you can drink your shakes, you can have your energized, whatever. But if you're interested in hosting a Super Saturday, it does not have to be like at a big convention hall. It can just be something small in your home. And then some other things I have on there are our groups. Is the free community that first week of April. I know we've kind of talked about doing like a spring cleaning detox week. I was actually thinking of buying a guide off Etsy for that. The second week, the You Can Sit With Us group. And then again, continuing with the Ultimate Portion Fix group because the live stream of the 21-day fix would have started. We have Easter to watch for in April. So I thought, hey, all that Easter candy, the Peeps, the Cadbury eggs, those like awesome chocolate hard shell filled eggs, people are going to be like candied out after Easter. So why not do another one of those 7-day sugar detox starting on Easter Monday? So there's so many opportunities, you guys. Some things to watch for is the corporate notes say there is a top secret consumable launch in April. So that means like a product like Shakeology or Boost or Energize, like something you can consume, right? I kind of have a feeling it will be vegan performance line, vegan, what's it called? Recover, but that's just me. Transform 20 will be on BOD, so maybe that's a chance to run another Transform 20 group. This is traditionally a time where engagement in groups on social media starts to drop. People aren't as interested as losing weight because they thought summer's right around the corner. I'm not going to get that bikini body. With summer just being a month away, why even bother? So kind of some things to watch for. Tax day, so people either have extra money or they don't have any money. And again, that Easter holiday. And you guys, then there's a ton of things that you can be thinking ahead to invite to. What's the new consumable product? As soon as we find that out, you could create a sneak peek group. You could post about it. And then at the end of the post say like, want to learn more about why I'm have so much energy in the morning. If it was Fruit Punch Energize, hop in this Snoop group to check it out. We have our free community. We have You Can Sit With Us. We have Sugar Detox. And then again, we would like to get running a monthly coach opportunity event or group or something always towards the end of the month. Again, we just need to get, us team leaders are going to nail down a date for that. May looks very similar. I've been talking to Kelsey and she had the great idea of using our free community week and doing a Mexican theme for Cinco de Mayo. So like all of the recipes would be Mexican themed. Like what a great idea. And immediately I thought cleaned up margaritas, guacamole. Like we can show people that yes, we can be living a healthy lifestyle and still enjoying some of those favorites. So Kelsey had the idea of starting that group on a Tuesday and then kind of running through Cinco de Mayo. So that would be like starting on Tuesday, April 30th and kind of going through May 5th. May would be wrapping up that Ultimate Portion Fix week with that weeks 2 and 3 of the 21-day Fix Extreme. We have You Can Sit With Us. And again, just some things to watch for. What's going to happen next with your Ultimate Portion Fix clients? What are they going to want to go into? If you are a mom, if a lot of your clients are moms or have kids in school, if they're teachers, they get burnt out. There's kind of that end of the year momentum loss heading into summer. People's schedules get busier. The days get longer. People are outside more. That should say Cinco de Mayo. Mother's Day, Memorial Day. Kind of always fun to kind of break out those picnic foods. How can you clean up a picnic or a barbecue? And again, so much to invite to. I will post these in my team page, and if other teams want access to it, I can post the PDF of that as well, so you can have a copy of it. But I just wanted to go over kind of how I lay out each and every month. And then I just have our calls on there. So I'm going to stop the share. Tyler, do you have any questions? Because that was kind of a lot.
No.
Okay. So for me, like, I like getting that 3-month kind of look in advance, because I can already see, like, I'm already toying around the idea. Like, gosh, I get off the ship the 29th, we fly home the 30th. Am I going to be ready to run a group that first week of April? Like, now maybe I need to talk to my team. Do we need to, like, move things around? Kelsey and I have been talking about doing a Girl Stop Apologizing group. Like, when would be a good time to do that? Do we need to wait? But kind of putting everything out there, like on paper to pencil, you can really see what you're able to handle. Now, that's my schedule. That's what I invite to. Do you need to take on all that? No. But know that when you run groups with me or with your upline, a lot of times, a lot of that is provided for you in the terms of graphics and posting guides. And one of the things I love most about being on this team and part of this culture is that I truly believe many hands makes light work. And there are so many resources for you guys. I'm currently in this message group with, I don't know, I think she's like an elite coach. I don't even know who she is. But I volunteered to speak on our team call, and hopefully she is going to be speaking on our team call here this spring, but just about graphics and how she creates them. And I'm trying to pass all of that along to you, so you guys aren't having to recreate the wheel. So don't forget, we have our team Google files. Don't forget, if you have a Canva account, send me your email. I can get you access to our Team Game Changers Canva files for graphics. And if you're on another team, I just need your email. And all you need to do is, if you are going to alter something, you just need to make a copy and add it to your Drive or add it to your Canva account. It is so handy. So anything that is mine is your guys. I want to share as much value as I can with you and make your job as coaches easier. And today I was reminded why we do what we do. I have gotten so many messages from people who finished Transform 20, are doing it again, people who have just joined in the new year about how this is changing their life. And then Tyler answered the door tonight, and I got my $100 from Carl Deichler, and that was super fun. But he said, thanks for sticking with this. And is it fun to get a handwritten note from the CEO with $100 and a frame to put it in? Absolutely. But it's because it'd just be like $100 if I didn't believe in the mission, and if I hadn't found true fulfillment in what I do. If I didn't believe there was a bigger mission than just selling Shakeology and challenge packs to people. But I truly believe what I do and what we do in this group is we help teach people how to live healthier, happier, and more fulfilled lives. Some part of this helped change our life, and now it's our turn to not be selfish with that gift, but to share that gift with others. So that's what we need to go out and do this week, you guys. Ultimate Portion Fix is going to be huge. I love the family component, and I've been able to make it work for our whole family for 4.5 years. But when I try to tell others about it, there's always a disconnect because they think I'm running around with these colored containers in my purse, or I just don't do it or something. But as I've posted our results this week, you guys, Tyler and I have done this, 110 pounds down, kept off in 4.5 years, with little tiny color containers and realizing you don't have to be 100% all the time. You don't have to go on a diet. You need to eat in accordance with your goals. And we need to share that gift with other people. So have a great rest of the week. And I'm going to go to bed and hope that Facebook and Instagram is resolved and all is right with the world tomorrow. And I'm going to take on email marketing because I have felt completely trapped today, not being able to do anything. So that is me. And we'll see you guys next week. Have a good week, everyone.